Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Hey you, welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
I'm wife.
And together we're reading the Bible.
Starting with Genesis and eventually ending with the book of Revelation. One revelation, not many. We're working through every book of the Bible and offering our atheist 2 cents.
We're asking questions and pointing out all the nonsense.
We are not academics nor scholars.
Nope. In fact, when it comes to religion, we really don't know anything at all.
And what have we learned so far, husband?
God is definitely a dick.
That's for sure. If you're interested in how we reached this startling conclusion, maybe start from episode 1.
Otherwise, you can jump in anywhere. It's all good.
It is all good. So what are we doing today?
We're at a live event in Dayton, Ohio.
We are. Aw, thank you. That's right. We're celebrating having reached the halfway point of our endeavor by hosting this episode live from Brick's Ice House in downtown Dayton, Ohio.
And it's sponsored by Free Thought Dayton with financial support from our listeners and friends, so thank you all.
Thank you so much for being here, everybody. It means the world to us. Husband!
Wife!
What are we going to talk about?
Well, I don't know. You're the one with the fucking paperwork. Why don't
Okay.
you tell me what we're going to talk about?
I'll talk about what we're going to talk about. So I put together a list of questions that I thought I would ask, and then you could just rip off, because that's what we normally do anyway.
So essentially, we're going to be talking about why we're doing what we're doing?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right.
So the first question that I came up with is, for me, why did I ask you to read the Bible with me?
Well, I mean, I think that...
No, why did I ask you?
Why did you ask me?
Why me?
Yeah.
I.
I was going to answer for you, but, you know.
Well, you can answer for me. Go ahead. Why do you think I asked you?
I think it was because we had never read the Bible and there was a bunch of shit going on in the world that, you know, we wanted to find out what the fuck's going on with that thing.
Well, that's why I asked you to read it with me. But why I wanted to read it was because I'd always wanted to read it, just because people are always talking about, it's in the Bible. You really need to read the Bible.
Sure.
Have you read the Bible? And are you saved? It's in the Bible. If you just read the Bible.
Well, and you were a little bit more agnostic leaning when we started this thing.
More agnostic than atheist, correct.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you had some questions. You had some questions.
And I was always told that the Bible will answer those questions. So,
How's that gone?
well, we're doing a podcast, so how do you think it's gone? So the next question is, why did you, husband, agree to do this with me, to read the Bible?
Honestly, because I've never read the Bible myself, and I felt like if I was going to talk about politics and talk about the state of the world, that based on how important this piece of literature is to what is going on, I needed to know what it said. And that's why I agreed to do this, and that's why I'm fully enthusiastically behind us going this route, because I feel like it's important to know who we're talking to and what they mean by what they're saying.
Yeah, and I think that reading it together kind of goes along with our relationship early on. One of the ways that we really clicked in the beginning is that we discovered we were reading the same book at the same time.
Which was
Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand. I know.
Hold on.
Let me explain. Because we were reading it because of that.
Yes.
Because our curiosity goes beyond just knowing that something sucks, or
we want to read.
We wanted to know, but why? What sucks about it? Why does one side embrace it versus the other side doesn't? And we didn't have informed opinions, and so independently, we were both reading this book just to understand, why do they love it? Why do they hate it?
I thought intelligent people just use that book as a doorstop.
And that's how we use it now. It is a doorstop now. But at the time, we were both the same age, the same place in our life.
We were in our early 20s at the time.
Mm-hmm. And we were both just curious and wanted to understand both sides.
Well, I think
not
more
from
importantly,
to be fair to both sides. Not that. We just wanted to understand.
More importantly, I wanted to be able to argue people. Like if somebody was talking about Atlas Shrugged, I wanted to be able to talk about that philosophy from a point of having read and understood what they are talking about.
Right.
And I wanted to be able to contradict that on
intellectual terms.
On standing. You
Yeah.
know, like that.
Yeah.
That's where I wanted to be at.
Like,
that's
well,
why
actually, I have read that.
And that's the same reason we want
Yes.
to read the Bible.
And that's why I brought it up, because it's the same concept. To use that as an analogy, we're not reading this because we believe in it or because it's something that speaks to us. We're reading it for the same understanding that we want to know what our arguments against it are better, and we want to also better understand the people that we get into conflict with. And you have to tread a little bit into their waters to be able to do that, unfortunately.
There's bugs in my beer.
I'm sorry, there's bugs in your beer. That's
Sorry.
Well, it's hot. You probably got a little mad.
Yeah, no, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
It's just a little mad. You just want a little swim.
Yeah.
All right, so the next question that I had is, so why are we, well, I guess we already answered this. Why are we reading the Bible if we're atheists?
I think, yeah, we already answered that.
We did.
Yeah.
Because we want to understand
where people are coming from, what
Mhm.
it means, how we would interpret it. That's what we're doing. We're interpreting it. So.
Yeah. So the next question is, why did we decide to make a podcast about it, though?
I think we decided to make a podcast initially to hold ourselves accountable.
Mm-hmm.
It was more about showing up every day and doing this thing and making sure that we stuck to it.
Yes.
Because honestly, for the first 6 months, I don't think we had any more than maybe 15 listeners a day.
Well, and I think also that we were kind of hit or miss.
We were a little bit hit or miss. And we've been less hit or miss in the last year to year and a half because we actually have fans holding us accountable.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Conrad. No, it's true. When somebody expectations.
Yeah. No, it means a lot. I mean, like to us, it means a lot, and it keeps us going because we get a lot of really great feedback. So, I mean, I'm going to take this moment to say thank you to all of our fans who have supported us and continue to support us. And even if you've just reached out to us to let us know how much our podcast means to you, it really drives us and keeps us moving forward. So
it does.
Thank you immensely.
From the bottom of our hearts. So my next question is, why did we choose to be anonymous? We get asked that one a lot.
So we have a kid who just turned 18.
And graduated from high school.
We grew up, or we just recently moved out of a very, very, very small town that was very religiously oriented. I mean, there's I think 7 churches in town. I didn't exactly count them, but that sounds about right.
Throw a rock and you'll hit a church.
Yeah, and it's
and for a minute we lived across the street from a church.
For more than a minute. But yeah. And even just this area in our state that we live in is very red, yes. And I feel like if we had put our names out there, it would have put a target not just on us, but on our kid. And I don't think that was a fair thing to do at the time.
Yeah.
So that's why we avoided putting our names out there initially. We have since, obviously we're doing a live event, so people here know our names. And We have opened up to our fans on Patreon to let them know our names.
And we even put our picture there.
Yeah. So I mean, we're slowly,
targets now.
We're slowly coming out as to who we are. But I mean, obviously, since we've been doing this for 3 years, we will always be husband and wife.
Yeah, definitely. But my next question is, so why are we coming out, so to speak, now?
Because our kid graduated high school. I mean, that's the simple version of how that goes.
We moved out of that small town, too.
That, too, but that doesn't really make a huge... I mean, literally, our neighbor has a stone statue of Trump.
Yeah. A Buddha.
Yeah, a Buddha.
Town where you were from?
No. We moved to East Dayton.
What town were you from?
Germantown. Yeah. Yeah, no, where we moved to Belmont. So, like, and our neighbor, literally, we look out our kitchen window, and there's a stone Buddha Trump statue sitting there. So
we still don't feel completely safe, like, putting out flags or anything, which, like, I want to put out all kinds of, like, pride flags and Black Lives Matter flags and just all the liberal flags that you want to put out that say, this is who we are. This is what we believe. These are the people that we are. We are the woke.
Not that you have to be liberal to be an atheist, but it seems to go hand in hand. More often than not, in my experience.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's we've been hampered by where we live, who we live next to, who we're trying to protect in our lives, and things like that. So.
Yeah, somebody over to the right here mentioned, go ahead, just put the flags out. And I hear you, and like I really want to, but our kid does still live with us. And
right. Now our kid would probably be all for it.
They would, but that's their decision to make in their place, and I don't want to put them in harm's way.
Right.
I can't justify that for
Sure.
my own well-being. I don't know.
Right.
The next question that I have is, we get asked this one a lot. Why are we so crass and disrespectful? That's probably more directed at me than him, honestly.
No, I mean, I definitely open up more on this podcast than I do in real life.
Yes, you do.
So
it's been kind of cool to see you.
And part of that is the anonymity.
Anonymity.
Have another drink. I think it is more a bit of how we feel about the situation with our. I'm trying to think here. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I can tell you, I am crass online, and I am crass in person, and I am crass in my personal life because I can. And that, thank you. I was shushed for a lot of years, and so I'm sure that a large part of it now is just because I want to like do the whole snap hair wave and be like, because I want to, God damn it. And that's not necessarily healthy either. So I'm still trying to find that middle ground, but a lot of it.
I think for me that there's, I think that I don't want to give, like specifically with reading the Bible, right? Mm-hmm. I don't want to give it any more respect than I would give anything else in my life. And when it comes down to it, I don't feel like it deserves any more respect than what we are giving it. You know, like I feel like we are giving an appropriate level of respect to it that it deserves, in my opinion.
Well, that's a lot more like specific.
Sure.
I was being more like general,
yeah.
But I appreciate your answer there.
Right. But that's why I'm okay with it. That's why I feel like it's an okay thing to do, because to treat it with reverence is to admit up front that this thing has standing, that it has a place that is more appropriated to a higher level of thinking than what it actually deserves, in my opinion. It is just a Bronze Age book that doesn't really project anything that I agree with. Right. And I don't want to agree with it, and I'm happily crass towards that book because of those reasons. So,
well, we've been approached by people who are atheists or agnostics or free thinkers, somebody in that crowd who does not understand why we would be disrespectful anyway.
Yeah.
Even though they agree with us in principle, they do not like that we are disrespectful to this
No,
religious...
and my dad could be included in that group.
I wasn't going to say that, but yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
And they think that it is a beautiful piece of literature that exists with historical, things that need to be respected. And if the world, if politics, if everything that is going on right now respected it as just a beautiful piece of historical literature, I could then agree to treat it that way. But the fact of the matter is, it is not treated that way. It is treated as though this is the law that we have to abide by, and this is the reason that we have to take away rights from LGBTQIA. This is the reason that we have to take away rights from people for bodily autonomy. This is the reason why we are changing laws in our country, because we can't get over the fact that a God, apparently, rules our politics. And I do not agree at all with that stance.
Tell us how you really feel, husband. Jesus. So that actually leads into the next question. Why do we talk so much about particularly American politics?
Well, because it's such a prevalent issue right now. I mean, we have the Supreme Court is an abomination of, well, it's an abomination. Mm-hmm. And mm-hmm. I can't get behind what's going on there. We have politicians in the Congress and in the Senate that are literal Christian nationalists, and we're fighting a harder battle now than I feel like we've ever fought to keep secularism in politics and in our lives. I mean, we're being pushed to the point where we have to yell and scream, hey, we're still secular, right? What the fuck is going on? Like, I mean, it's not funny. It's not okay. And I feel like that's why it enters into our conversation. So, because it's just not acceptable.
Well, we have some foreign listeners who don't always appreciate all of the politics that we get into. And so sometimes we tend to, we want to appreciate that perspective because it is very local, and Americans are renowned for being very localized and thinking that their politics are world politics. But we also want to acknowledge
we try
at the
not
same
to focus
time
on American politics, but we do. I don't think there's any way around
religion
bringing them up when we live here in this country where these things are happening.
Religion is why my child has fewer rights than I had even 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Religion is why if my child was in my situation, could not get the abortion that I was allowed to have.
100%.
And that's fucked up.
Right.
So how could we not talk about politics when we talk about religion?
No, I agree. And it doesn't, obviously most of our podcast is based on reading the Bible, and that's what you get if you just tune in on a very surface level.
Like Monday through Friday.
Right. But if you listen to us all the time, we do bring it up quite a bit. Yeah. Because it is very important to us. It is something we can't ignore, and it's right there in front of our faces right now in our country and in this world. So
they're just so intermingled. Yeah. That you can't untangle them.
Definitely.
So this next question will bring us down a notch.
Sorry, I got real serious there.
I know. I knew.
I feel like I need to laugh about something now.
I knew that would happen, so that's why I arranged these questions the way I did. All right. So, to bring it down, why is husband so bad at reading out loud? Because you are. You suck at reading out loud.
No, yeah, I can't. Okay, when I read to myself, I can read everything, but oftentimes I have to kind of double cover what I'm reading. But I can read really fast, and I have 100%. I'm really good at comprehending what I'm reading.
No, you are.
But
your skim is top notch.
It really fucking is. I am the best goddamn skimmer on the planet.
It's true.
It's amazing.
It's true.
But when it comes to actually reading out loud,
not your forte.
I cannot do it. And that's why you read.
That is why I read.
I suck balls at it.
You really do. But not to put myself on a pedestal, why can't wife pronounce anything correctly?
Well, you have a stuttering problem.
I do. I have a stutter.
And also, we're reading a Bible that has names that are basically unpronounceable.
Some of them.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I've seen them. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
I know.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
Half the time I trip over them, and then I show you, and because you're making fun of me.
Well, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I? I'm sitting there next to you. It's great.
I'm like, you try it. And you're like, yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So that answers that question.
Sure.
Next is, why are we so bad at this?
What do you mean, why are we so bad at this? What are we bad at?
So we argue about this a lot. We actually argued about this all up until we got here.
All day.
He did not want me to include this question.
No, I didn't.
Let me explain. So he thinks that I undersell because I'm always like, oh, we're so bad at this. And we do this in our pajamas in our living room. And, you know, we riff off of stuff. We don't always come with a script or prepared or planned in advance.
What the fuck's a script?
Right. Well, you couldn't read it anyway.
I threw it away before.
Exactly. So when I say we're bad at this, what I'm saying is the exact reasons that we seem to pick up fans and followers and listeners.
We're real. We do things the way we do things. We react the way we react.
We're off the cuff.
We're off the cuff. We don't react in a way that is artificial, and we don't come up with a script ahead of time to tell people, like, we're not better. We're not trying to be better than what we are. We're just literally reading this as it comes to us, and we're reacting, and that's what we want to do. That's what we've always done. I think we do that better than anybody, and that's why I was railing against the bad. I don't think we're bad. I think we do this differently. I think we do this in a way that is unique and different.
And fun.
That is all.
That is all. Well, I just think that it does bear putting out there, like when we're setting up an event like this, and
well, we don't have producers. We don't have.
Right.
You know, we don't have sound guys. I mean, shit. That everybody here that was here tonight saw we don't have sound guys. So, I mean, it's a thing, you know?
I guess I just like to temper expectations. And so I just want it understood that we do have a fun way of doing things. And we do like the way we do it. And it does seem to hit, which is good. But just understand what you're getting into. That's all. That's all.
Yes.
And so
you get us, and us is this.
This.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best explanation I've got.
So the next question is, why should anyone listen to our podcast?
I mean, I think that's an individual choice.
I think you should read what Bard had to say. AI summed us up.
Yes,
the Google GPT.
It did. It had an
thing.
amazing description for our podcast. Go to Bard AI and say, what is Sacrilegious Discourse?
They actually
It'll
had
tell
a
you.
summary.
It is actually, I mean, it was a spot-on description.
There was a mistake.
Okay.
They did say that we talk about the New Testament, which we haven't actually done yet.
Yeah, we haven't got there.
We will, but we're just not there yet.
Right. No, I was impressed. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm like, fuck. Bard knows who we are.
Bard knows who we are.
Yeah.
We're on IMDb.
We're
What's
famous.
not to love?
We're famous.
Right? Yeah. You can find us on IMDb.
You can find us pretty much fucking anywhere.
You cannot find us on Wikipedia, and that really chaps my ass.
Yeah, if anybody...
Honestly. Anybody who wants to put an entry on
if anybody's
that knows
like a
how to
wiki
do
expert
that,
out there, that'd be great. So.
I live to find our podcast on Wikipedia.
Someday.
Yeah.
We just got to, the motto of our whole venture here is just keep showing up, right?
Keep showing up.
We keep showing up. Eventually, it'll be there one of these days.
Well, I also keep
We'll celebrate that day. It'll be a thing.
I also keep saying that I aim low and that I'm the queen of mediocrity.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah.
There you have it.
Okay.
So, what do we hope listeners will gain, I think, was the better question there, though.
We talked about this earlier on, but I think that when you listen to our podcast, you're getting a unique perspective. I think you're getting a perspective from some, like you and I, neither of us grew up in religion. We never grew up with religion. We never grew up learning anything about it, really. Most of our exposure to it has been through social encounters and different things like that. So, it is something that we have not learned except for by going through our podcast and doing the deep dives that we do through this. And I feel like a lot of people that are actually atheists, a lot of them that we have talked to have come up through religion and then become an atheist. Mm-hmm. And so I've heard this multiple times from a lot of our fans that when they listen to us, they are hearing a perspective that they never heard before. Mm-hmm. They grew up with a religion that talked about this in a completely different way. And when we say things that we say because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about, they're like, oh, it could be read like that too? Okay.
Right.
But there's so many apologists out there that like to make up different reasons as to why this is the case or that's the case. And we're just reading it and responding to what we're reading. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty damning, in my opinion, based on what we've read.
Right.
So I think that the unique perspective on how it is read is what they would gain. What do you think they would gain?
I tend to agree with you. I will say the majority of the feedback that we receive comes from people who are deconverting.
Definitely.
And that is something I never expected.
Yeah.
That was a shock to me. I did not even, it never entered my head that was a niche that needed filling. That
I didn't really even know what deconversion was until we started this podcast. I had never heard of that term.
Yeah. But the majority of the feedback that we get are people who, as you were saying, were raised up in religion and had left and never read it in such a way. And so hearing us ask the questions that it doesn't even occur to them to ask, and then they thank us for that.
Yeah.
That has been the most interesting and rewarding experience of this whole thing. And that alone is why, if you already are a non-believer, you'll hear us talk about that. If you are not, but you're thinking about it, you'll learn that you're not the only one, and that the questions that you didn't know to ask are there to be asked.
I actually learned at one point we actually have pastors listening to us to bone up on their own fucking knowledge of the Bible. So
it's true.
I'm like,
there's a couple of pastors that have reached out.
You gotta do you, man. So whatever.
I mean, that's pretty interesting that we are challenging.
Yeah.
We are challenging religion.
Right.
And that was never what we intended to do originally. Not that that's a bad thing, not that that's not cool to find out that that's what we're doing, but going into the next
Initially,
question.
It was just reading it.
Yeah. The next question I had, which was our final question, what is our ultimate bottom line goal here?
I think it's evolved over time. I think that initially we started out just reading the Bible, and we wanted to complete reading the Bible.
I mean, that's what we still say when we get really tripped up over certain sections, like where we're at right now in Psalms.
I agree.
And we're like, oh, let's just not forget why we're doing this.
I agree. But we have also talked about wanting to delve into more nuanced things that are Bible adjacent after we finish this. Mm-hmm. And we've also talked about doing interviews at some point for people that could maybe contribute different things to our conversation that we're having about the Bible and religion in general. And we've actually had some conversations with people that are pretty, up there that we might be able to reach out to for interviews. And I think eventually, when we finish this podcast, I think this could be a really great platform to have a baseline, piece to reach out to people and say, hey, can you come onto our show and talk about this? Can you come onto our show and talk about that?
And what would you want them to talk about?
The Bible. I want them to talk about their experiences, their reasonings, one of the people that I mention a lot is Bart Ehrman, and he is a former Christian who has deconverted, and he has written some really great books about the interpretations of the Bible and how they get interpreted. And there's so many different things that we don't get into based on nuanced information that people that have done more studies on this that I would really like to talk to them about, such as Bart Ehrman, as to how this is interpreted and that's interpreted, and why this is right and that's wrong, and different things like that. It would just be, I think there's a lot of interesting conversations that could be had that can really kind of nail down a lot of the things that we've been questioning as we've been going through our reading of the Bible. And I'd like to talk to some of the people that might have better answers or more answers than what we've been able to come up with.
I did not know that. That is interesting to learn right here live. Because my answer was our bottom, at the end of the day, goal is to be able to say that we have read every word of the Bible.
I mean,
and that
is ultimately our goal. Yes.
That is what we remind ourselves.
But are we going to stop after we've read every word?
No, absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So there's more to it. I think we're going to continue even after that, which will still be another few years down the road. So
Considering it's been 3 years and we're only halfway through.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's been a long road.
But you did receive some fun texts from somebody on I said text, but they were tweets from somebody on Twitter, now X, I guess it's called, who challenged you, read the Quran, you pussy.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're not there yet.
Right.
How can you call me a pussy for not doing a thing that is literally on my list of things to do?
Well, because they think that if we rail against the Quran, it's going to be something that they're going to come down on us over, and that they're going to seek us out. And I don't know. They're calling us that because there's a lot of fanaticism in Christianity and in Islam, and
That overlaps.
None of it's good, no matter which way you look at it. The fanaticism in general is what I'm railing against with the Bible. Now, we haven't read the Quran. We don't know much about it other than it's another Abrahamic religion. But I think based on what I do know of it, it sounds just as ridiculous as the Bible. And I have no problem saying that. I just haven't read it. I can't speak to that. So why would I speak to that right now?
It's not the one that's currently influencing our Supreme Court and the laws in our country.
Yeah,
so.
If anything, the Quran in the U.S. inspires hate towards Islamic people, which I don't agree with that either.
Right.
So that, I mean, it just, there's a lot of nuanced reasons as to why I will not get into that conversation with people, but it's not a place that I'm at right now. I'm not saying that it never will be, but
I just always say it's on our list.
We've got a lot of things to go through still with regard to the Bible and Christianity. So we've taken this one step at a time.
We only learned through starting this podcast that there are different Bibles that have different books in them, and we're like, which one is the one we're supposed to read? And so we're trying to figure out what books of the Bible that we want to read.
And we went with the NIV. We went with the NIV because it was the most readable, and also from what we have gathered, it's one of the better interpretations from what we have gathered.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily like a cleaner interpretation. I would just say it's a more readable interpretation.
Sure. And again, there's so many different interpretations. I couldn't even count them today if we wanted to sit here and count them, but that's the one we chose. So
somebody asked if we plan to read the Dead Sea Scrolls and all that, and I'm like, everything's on the list.
I mean,
it's all on the list.
No, it's all something that we might possibly cover. So, you have anything else for us today, or was that?
That was pretty much it. Unless anybody had other questions or comments or jeers or boos or anything.
Does anybody
like that?
have any questions, comments, anything? You don't have to. I can cut this all out, so it's no big deal.
You have definitely gained the role of king editor on this. How many times do we cough in the middle and then you're like,
oh yeah. Oh. So I mean that's so. Here's a funny thing. So nobody listening to our podcast would know this, but when we are going through our podcast, we have hand signals and different things that we use. Like if I've got a cough or she's got to go to the bathroom or something like that or whatever, we're just like, and then we're just like, so and they're like, okay. And then I take a note in my phone. I'm like, okay, that was at this time, and then I go back through at the end, and that's how we edit everything out.
So y'all don't get to be privy to the bathroom breaks.
Yeah, there's a few things we don't leave in the podcast when it all comes down to it. So, no questions?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So you said you have a list,
Yeah.
And I remember you guys had mentioned taking a trip to the Ark.
We have not done that yet.
The question was, are we taking a trip to the Ark?
Yeah. And I responded on that one. I was like,
You're down for that?
So I think that will probably be something we will do at some point.
I'm in. I want to do that.
I don't know what that trip is going to look like. And I mean, I've been blocked by him on Twitter. He doesn't like me. So, yeah, Ken Ham, not a fan of mine. But I think at some point, yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, if you're being blocked by that kind of person, you're definitely doing something right.
Yeah, so I would love to to live stream that almost or do something. I don't know what that would look like though, but it is definitely a thing that I want to do.
This isn't a question, just a shout out
Yeah.
to Ken Ham, because he was, when I deconverted, his debate with Bill Nye was my precipitating event.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
The comment was that when Ken Ham debated Bill Nye, that was our friend's say that precipitating event. Thank you. Sorry, I couldn't get it to come out. Too many
It
margaritas.
was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Straw that broke the
Interesting.
camel's back.
Interesting.
That is really interesting to know.
yeah, I don't put a lot of prowess in Ken Ham's ability to converse about his feelings about religion, or he's not real good at it. He doesn't have a lot of good things to say.
But we have a book.
What, are we talking about the Bible or?
That's what he said.
Oh yeah,
But we have a book.
No, I love it when they use the book. Like, yeah, we can use the book to prove shit all day, but ultimately you're proving shit on 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years ago of things that were written by people who didn't understand shit. So, I mean, that's the simple answer to that. But
We could write a book and then we could
Yeah,
say we
I mean-
have a book.
sure,
By that logic, Spider-Man exists.
exactly.
Spider-Man does exist. What are you trying to say?
Oh, okay. Aragorn exists. Okay, there you go. I wish he did.
I think many people wish Aragorn existed for various different reasons.
Right. So we didn't have anything else to say. Did anybody else have anything else to add, or shall I hit stop? Okay. All right. Go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my god. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe, leave an Apple review, join us on Twitter, support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks!
Okay, bye.
Hey wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my god. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe, leave an Apple review, join us on Twitter, support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.